Phone's been acting a little screwy. It's knocked me off of Busker a couple of times. Uh, been doing some tarot reading and things over there. Oh, it's showing me working, so we're going to try it for a little bit. Hi, my name is Zara Khan, and I want to talk to you a little bit about magic and what magic is and what it means to me. Well, when I was a young man, I seen magic done within the Christian church. I had no idea what was going on with it, but I watched as a young lady's leg grew about an inch to 2 inches so that she could get rid of shoes that had heels about this size, just on one shoe. The other one was normal flat, and the other heel was this size because she had uneven length in her legs. Uh, with prayer and with belief and with the emotion that was rolling through this room, it was at a church camp, and all this raw emotion going through the room mixed with teenage angst and everyone concentrating on the same type things. This young lady's leg grew, literally. I seen it. I know it's true. I know what happened. Also, a couple of young ladies were praying, and they had some. This one girl had pop bottle glasses on. I swear they were big enough that you could start a forest fire just by holding them up into the sun or something. And when she got done praying, she looked up and didn't need her glasses no more. She had like 20/20 vision. She was walking, talking, reading out of books without her glasses. She was doing all kinds of things. It's really cool. My friend Sammy Maupin in Missouri could tell you that this is true. Uh, a lot of folks think it's a bunch of hokey, but no, it's absolutely true. Uh, that's what gave me my first taste of magic. And then I began to study magic in about the fourth or fifth grade. I was actually had to do a report on the Salem witch trials, which got me interested in magic and also in the way people treat anyone who's different, because the Salem witch trials had very little, if anything, to do with magic or witchcraft. Anyways, my sister had a book, and I started reading it. And then I found another book. Then I found another book. And then I went to the library and I would check out anything they had that had anything remotely to do with witchcraft or ESP or anything paranormal. So I basically educated myself in that. Uh, I stayed with reading books and just doing some light magic along the way. I started doing some ceremonial stuff with rituals and doing the things like the lesser banishing ritual, the pentagram, and just things like that, little Kabbalah stuff. What got me doing that was I read the wonderful book Modern Magic by Donald Michael Craig, and that really uh, turned me on to ceremonial magic. I was already doing sympathetic magic, is what I want to call it, by with my good intents, and my mother actually had taught me a prayer that my grandfather used several times in Arkansas when they were living down there. I think it was Arkansas. Anyways, he would say a prayer that would stop the flow of blood. Would it like my grandmother or one of the kids would have a bad bleeding episode, bloody nose or a cut, he would slip off into the other room and he would say some prayers, and miraculously enough, that bleeding stopped. Well, Mom taught me this when she wasn't feeling very well one time. Thought she was going to pass away. I got to take an inhaler, guys. This air here sucks. Trapped inside this apartment in Wyoming right now. A little tickle in my throat. I may not be able to last very long. That's what she said. Anyways, There we go. I got to get my breath, wet my whistle so I can talk a little bit. Uh, Maybe. You all know that I wear oxygen, so I'm going to put some oxygen on just to be totally sure what's going on with me tonight, because I'm not feeling the greatest. My eyesight's getting bad, and I've already taken all my insulin and everything, so I'm going to jump into that. I know all the big YouTube teachers and everything say that you shouldn't make your videos very long, so I'm not going to keep this going real long. If you can retain people for 20 minutes, you're a master on these things. Usually people bow out in a minute. With that being said, please like, subscribe, share, and comment on this page. Let people know what's going on here. We do magical book reviews. We do disability training for folks, how to live well with a disability. We do Old Fart Knockers Gaming Network. Will be transmitted through YouTube, and as well as just Larry Zaricon solders this page, and I believe it's under Hickwich. That's where you'll find me a lot. But here on BFP, acronym for Bigfoot Porn, is what it used to be. I changed the name because it was offensive to a lot of people, and they wouldn't even take me seriously at all. Well, anyways, back to the magic. After seeing all these things as a young man and practicing some of this ritualistic magic and ceremonial magic, I became just obsessed with learning magical things from different religions, different cultures. I studied voodoo and hoodoo. I studied Santeria. I studied everything from Judaism to Islam to ancient Egyptian beliefs to Celtic beliefs and Druidry and alchemy. You know, the great John Dee and I studied Aleister Crowley like it was going out of style. I read so many books on Crowley that I really believed that I wanted to be a part of the OTO, but I never really officially joined the OTO. The only group that I've ever officially been a part of is my own, which is the Followers of the Darkened Path. But the only other thing I was associated with for a bit was the Carillion tradition through Witch School and Pagans Tonight. I did that while I was doing podcasts for them, and it's a really good tradition, and people should check it out and don't judge. You know, it's very good tradition. And Reverend Don Lewis's books of magic have been a very valuable part of my life. And right now, you could go online and find the Common Book of Magic that was supported by people all around the community and put out with a lot of help from Witch School. And it's a online book, and it's free use, so you can use it for whatever you need to. Very good book, very good resource. Anyways, as my magic progressed, I just finally come to the terms that I was an occultist, that I was there to study all kinds of different things. I worked through spirits. I went through archangels. I've been through just about anything. I've learned different forms of divination. I do crystal ball readings. I do pentagram. I do some palmistry. I do tarot, of course. I do a little I Ching even sometimes, or I Ching, however you want to say it. All kinds of different traditions and all kinds of different divination things out there. I also do a lot of divination with third eye divination and just basic intuitive beliefs and intuitive readings. Wow, sorry, trying to keep my breath and everything while talking here. That makes sense, doesn't it? But now I begin to do a lot of art and painting, and I see the symbolism that comes through those things, and I can be thinking of somebody while I'm doing a painting and get a really interesting read on their lives. Uh, I've been told I'm very, very accurate, so that's kind of what I've been doing. Now I'm disabled. I live in Wyoming, as I said earlier. I don't get around real well. I have a wheelchair that I ride in all the time. What I'm sitting in now is my lift chair that helps to get me up to get into the wheelchair. I live alone, and sometimes that can be a real struggle as far as cabin fever and loneliness. But that's what you guys are for. That's why I try to put my information out here, so I remember that people do talk once in a while. Um, I'm highly inspired by the youth of our pagan traditions. They are so bright and they are so learned at a very young age. Never ever look at a young person that's practicing magic and make an assumption that they're a rookie. Never make an assumption that they have no idea what's going on. I know young people that are 22, 23 years old who's got a third degree in Wicca. I know people that are, my daughter, for example, she's 24 now. I believe I'm right. 24. She'll be 25. But she's, sorry, my memory just goes poof sometimes. Uh, she can talk most people down under the table talking about magic. She's wonderful. I'm going to actually have her come on the channel someday. We're going to just sit around discussing magical principles, and she'll talk a lot about her patroness goddess, which is Persephone. She really likes Persephone. I really wish that there was a way to have comments on this station here, but apparently there's not. Okay, I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not. I'm a big YouTuber. I'm probably one of the biggest YouTubers as far as physical size. But so I didn't get the option of the new chat thing that they have out for people that's got over, I don't know, I can't remember how many, 10,000 subs or whatever. So I don't have that availability so that I can be able to read your comments and to answer things and to even accept donations. So that's why I moved over doing a lot of content on Busker. It's a pretty cool site. You can go get the app for Apple or Android. Pick it up and check it out. There's lots of cool things over there. And what I've been doing lately is I've just been doing one card reads, and I'm not asking for donations, but I'm accepting them. So a lot of people will like what they hear, and they'll drop a buck. Which technically it's kind of funny. I haven't really made anything. I mean, I get tips, but I end up going to another person's busk, and I like them so much that I end up giving them a tip. So therefore, I just got to figure out a strategy to all that. And I've only been doing it like 3 or 4 days, so, it's a new site for me. I was going to talk a little bit about the tarot. And here's the tarot deck I'm using right now. It's what is this? This is the Universal Weight deck. I've got several decks. I'm not totally bound to any one of them. I'm bound to all of them, basically. They call out my name, and some days I pick one, some days I'll pick the other. This deck is one of my favorites, though. I like the Universal Weight. I like the Universal Tarot deck also, and my favorite deck of all time is the Baseball Tarot, which I had here, and somehow it's moved, so we don't want to be talked about too much tonight. Baseball Tarot is really cool. it relates really well with me because when I was a youth, when I wasn't studying magic and things like that, most of my time was spent playing baseball. We lived in a house right across the street from the city park, one of the neglected city parks down in Missouri. The one on the east side of town was always really well taken care of. And on the west side of town, it was just kind of an afterthought. But they had a baseball field, and we would go down and we'd play baseball from morning to night. And we finally figured out we could get these glow in the dark baseballs. And there's nothing funner than being out on a baseline somewhere and a ball coming at you at breakneck speeds, line drive ball coming at you, and then you also have a runner that's coming at you from the other direction, and everything commences together all at one time. It's not so fun, but it was. I loved every minute of it. Um, but the tarot has been really cool. I just love the symbolism of the tarot. We have this beautiful card here, which is the three of pentacles, I believe. My eyes is just so messed up. I guess I put my glasses on. Yes, it's the three of pentacles. My gosh, how much difference does that make, Larry, idiot? And then we have the strength card from the major arcana. Very cool cards. I just love the symbolism, the pictures. I've actually got in my studio in the back where I do my styrofoam sculpting and some of my shooting and stuff, crafting and whatnot. I have a big full size. It's about 24 inches by 36 inches, like a big size foam board, you know, foam core board you would buy at Walmart or something like that. And I take it in and I cut out another piece and painted it and put it on there. So now it looks like the Hermit, and it also has a frame around it, and it's really cool. He's got him holding out his lantern and holding his staff, and just basically a classical card. That was taken from the reference of the Hermit in the Universal Tarot. Okay, well, I'm at 17 minutes, so I know I've talked my way out of anybody who's watching, but if you are watching right now, if you comment down below and put a 1, the first 3 people that do that will get in contact with you, and you can receive up to a 30-minute private phone call tarot reading from me for free. So we'll see how many people's got gumption to stick through this that long. All right, guys, please subscribe, like, love me, hate me, whatever you want to do, berate me. It's up to you. I accept it all. I don't say that I won't get rid of your comment if it's too terrible, because I just don't think other people should have to read through that shit. Okay, love you guys, and that's all. Are we still here? We're still here. I told this thing to stop, but it keeps going. I try to get out and it pulls me back in. Pulls me back in. Pulls me back in. Look that way for a second. Look at them gorgeous gams. I'm such a man. Well, we're going to have to end it the old-fashioned way.